Altermodernism is an attempt at contextualizing art made in today's global context as a reaction against standardization and commercialism. Artists are looking for a new modernity that would be based on translation. Today, the translation of cultural values, of cultural groups, and the connection of those values to the world network are very essential. This reloading process of modernism, according to the 21st century issues, could be called Altermodernism, a movement connected to the creolization of cultures and the fight for autonomy, but also the possibility of producing singularities in the more and more standardized world. Altermodern can essentially be read as an artist working in a hypermodern world, or with supermodern ideas or themes.
Altermodern is the term the French curator Nicolas Bourriade proposed for understanding our present. The recent Tate Triennial in London, February to April 2009, was devoted to consecrating or at least putting this concept into circulation. In the introduction to the catalogue that Nicolas Bourriade wrote, the terms modern, postmodern, altermodern do not define styles, save as ways of thinking, but here represent tools allowing us to attribute timescales to cultural eras. Therefore, our contemporary culture would be, according to Bourriade, that of the term altermodern. The term attempts to delimit the void after the postmodern. The words for the catalogue and even the whole show are a sort of avant-garde manifesto, in which the definition of altermodern is displayed, demonstrated through the artworks and other supplementary texts and discussions. Altermodern would be a sort of constellation in which art needs to reinvent itself in a planetary scale.
Altermodern works are on the cutting edge of contemporary art and thought, with essays and contributions from prominent writers, art historians, artists, and philosophers, including Tom McCarthy, T.J. Demos, Carson Howler, and Ockham and Measure. This captivating survey focuses on the four main facets of altermodern art. The first one is the end of postmodernism. Second, cultural hybridization. Third, traveling as a new way to produce forms. And lastly, the expanding formats of arts.
The difference between modernism, postmodernism, and altermodernism. Modernism relates to the series of movements. These movements include reforming movements in architecture, art, music, literature, and applied arts, while in postmodernism, it refers to the confused state of cultural developments. After World War II, postmodernism is normally considered in the sense that there were complex developments in the economic, cultural, and social conditions around the globe. On the other hand, altermodernism describes art made as a reaction against standardization and commercialism. Today's art, it explores the bonds that text and image weave between themselves. Modernism original works were paintings, sculpture, architecture, and poetry, while in postmodernism it saw no absolute correctness in original works and believed more in the creation of applied arts and interdisciplinary studies. And in altermodernism, it made artists create supermodern ideas and themes where artists traverse a cultural landscape saturated with science, creating new pathways between multiple formats of expression and communication. In modernism, it spoke about the abstract language of the colonial West. In postmodernism, it encloses artistic phenomena in origins and identities, while in altermodernism, it is characterized by translation. Translation in the form of read as a hypertext. Artists translate and transcode information from one format to another and wander in geography as well as in history.
What are the art styles of altermodernism? Altermodern is against cultural standardization and massification, but also opposed to nationalism and cultural relativism. Altermodern artists position themselves within the word cultural gaps, cultural translation, mental nomadism, and format crossing are the main principles of altermodern art. Formally speaking, it favors processes and dynamic forms to one-dimensional single objects, and trajectories to static masses.
The Arts and the Artists of Altermodernism. The Coral Reef of Mike Nelson in 2000. Liquid Crystal Environment by Gustav Metzger in 1965 were made in 2005. Majesty by Tacita Dean in 2006. Tatlin's Whisper No. 5 by Tanya Bruguera in 2008. The Girl Chewing Gum by John Smith in 1976. Make Art, Not War by Bob and Roberta Smith in 1997.